Hello, everybody. Dave Neal here, stand-up comic host of Bachelor Nation News. We have Cassidy Timbrooks calling out Bachelor influencers. I've gotten to know a lot of people who follow me, and I've got to say, I can't believe how many people try to turn momentary fame into a check. We'll get into this story. You know these are my favorites. Follow me on Instagram. At DNeals. I got some stand-up show updates. I'll be posting some clips there at DNeals on Instagram, and also www.patreon.com/Dave Neal. I guess you don't have to say the www part. Patreon.com/Dave Neal for private bonus content. I'm going to go live right after this at 10 a.m. Pacific time to discuss things I don't discuss publicly, and that is me commodifying my momentary amount of fame. I wouldn't say what I do is fame here, but we will be discussing things on the Patreon, exclusive content you do not get to see publicly. If you want to be a part of that community, we just hit 300 plus members, and because we hit that, I decided I would revisit some Dave of past, 2016 Dave, vintage Dave, and I made a video here where you can watch the different recaps I did way back in the day. So if you want to see some hairstyles, I'm like the Jennifer Aniston of Bachelor Nation here. So there they are right there if you want to catch that. All right, so let's get into it. Here's what Cassidy said. Now, we remember Cassidy from Clayton's season. I think she left week 3. She was accused of having a friends with benefit back home. And she said, look, until you put a ring on it or until you make it official, I'm going to get mine, which I totally support. You know, it's like 2022. If you want to have a casual and consensual relationship, do you, boo? That doesn't mean you're not ready for love. That means you're just getting yours. Cassidy Timbrooks said this. Well, now that Instagram is literally entirely promoted posts from people you don't know, I want to be crystal flipping clear. I will never in my life try to sell anyone anything. All of my social media is completely 100% just for fun. I will never promote a product or partner with a brand. So cringe to me how many people do that, LOL. If you follow me, I want it to be because you're a fellow feminist or find me entertaining. I don't know what everyone else is doing. That's just my take. And it's like, listen, Cassidy, if you don't want to profit off of your social media, I'll profit off your social media. This is 2022, baby. This is late stage capitalism. Cue the music. We live in a world where we are commodities, folks. So here's the deal, right? You don't want to profit. But well, okay, so here's where I'll disagree with Cassidy. I appreciate your opinion on the matter, and you have the right to feel a certain way. But it's like, never say never. This is economics 101. You're telling me someone comes to you with a check right here, $1 million to Cassidy. All you got to do is promote a little skinny tea? Come on. Next thing you know, skinny tea is great. Glug, glug, glug. There's always a price for everything. So your price might be different from somebody else's. There's people that are paying their parents' mortgage. There's people that are doing all these different things. So we live in a world where we're infighting with each other. Like, oh, you got a Maybelline commercial? Ugh, that's so tacky. It's cringeworthy that you're posting this. When the bigger problem is that it's really like the middle class versus corporations. Corporations, rich politicians, the lobbyists, they're the ones that make all the money. So I can look at somebody and go, really? You're going to be promoting Walmart? That's such a predatory company that doesn't pay its employees a livable wage. Whereas the real problem is Walmart, not the people that are making their money off of it. Cassidy then continues, I really think gone are the days of Bachelor contestants becoming influencers to begin with, but either way, I've gotten to really know a lot of the people who follow me, and I've got to say, I can't believe how many people try to turn momentary fame into a check. It's not that serious. I want the people who do like me to like me for my wit, my charm, my sense of humor. Never because I got you to use Maybelline. Absolute shit, by the way. I would legit never, in a million years, use what little platform I have to manipulate people to make a buck. I've been broke, and I'll be broke with the rest of y'all. Hope everyone is having a fabulous weekend. And again, I get the idea, but she went on a TV show that sells ads that manipulate people to buy things. Or, you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So it's like we're all part of this capitalistic structure. You can decide that you don't want to be a part of it, but like we're all living, breathing members of it. By existing on Instagram, she's providing information and or entertainment into the app that is worth a lot of money that's paying other creators. So it's like if somebody's going to get their dollar, you get yours too, Cassidy. Get your dollar. Now, here's what I like to remind people. promote products you believe in. I love my Yeti cooler. I want to buy a Yeti suitcase. They're not a sponsor of mine, but if Yeti wants to sponsor me and send me a Yeti suitcase, absolutely. They make some high quality products. I could get behind that in a second. I'm looking around my office. There's so many things that I support and love and want to share with people. I'm not a traditional influencer in that I don't really make any money whatsoever from promoting specific products, although occasionally I do. I had an Atlas VPN sponsorship a few months ago, but most of my money comes from the ad revenue from people watching YouTube videos, which while that there are ads involved, I'm not peddling a specific product. Now, influencers have to be careful that they're not promoting things that are toxic or, promoting things that might be unhealthy dietary habits or supplements or pyramid schemes. Absolutely, those things are important. But she says Maybelline shit. And, here's Serena. She's clearly talking about Serena's partnership with Maybelline. This is a huge get. This is a big deal for somebody to get a international, like a product like Maybelline and get like an international, I don't know if it's international, but either way, it was a national commercial, right? It aired during the TV show the last couple of weeks. So I believe here's one of the commercials.
Today's our anniversary. Also today, I realized.
So, look, I'll tell you, I personally think like the Clickbait podcast is North Korean, communist propaganda. I don't think they really offer a good point talking about grocery store Joe here, but that doesn't mean it doesn't mean it's not good for them to continue to make their money off of the exposure that they've gotten from the TV show. Because the TV show is making money. The TV show, the producers, the production assistants, the sound guy. I did a game show once and I was like, man, this stinks. I'm not getting paid to be on this game show unless I win. And the sound guy's getting paid, the technicians, the lighting, electricians, everyone else is getting paid. Well, on The Bachelor, most of these people are not getting paid. Now they're getting paid for Bachelor in Paradise, but it's not that much. And part of the reward is building equity in a following that may throw money into your bank account, and that's okay for Cassidy not to want to be a part of that. But I would never say never, Cassidy. She says, I've always been and I'll always be 100,000% myself. I grew up poor and couldn't afford the level of education I should have been able to receive, and I still bought shit promoted by Bachelor Nation influencers when I was younger. That's not the presence I want to have, so it simply isn't and will never be. I want to change the world. I plan to release insightful, thought-provoking takes on what platform I'm still unsure. But take my word, I never want to make a single dollar off of promotions or brand deals. Not my style and never will be. Peace and blessings, y'all. All right, like I said, agree to disagree. That's her opinion. I think with money comes power and opportunity and ability to help others. I know through the last couple of years with my channel being monetized and making money, I've been able to, rally people together for different charitable causes, promote good things. Having part of your platform isn't just about having followers. It's about doing with that something that like creating new opportunities, which come from getting some of that money from the bag, whether it be corporations or affiliate sales or whatever it is. So I reject the idea that it's all manipulation and predatory. Most people that promote products know exactly what they're doing. Becca Martinez makes a lot of money. She's probably making, I'm guessing, $1 a follower every year. She's making probably $717,000. I think that's a good rough estimate. Most Bachelor influencers make about $1 a follower. And then you look at someone like Madison Pruitt in the 1 point whatever she is million range. I mean, some of these people are making good money, and it's like that's theirs. They've acquired that following. Some people acquire it easier than others. Some lose it faster than others. Looking at you, Brandon, and some gain it back. And that's where we are. She continues to say, let's see here. Someone posted my Instagram story to Reddit, and I saw a comment that said, you lose your right to call other people cringe when you admit to hooking up with Pizza Peter. And she goes, that's hilarious, but you're missing the point. The point is that social media is and has always been fun for me. It's a place to be yourself and post unhinged on Maine if you so choose. I often do. I don't even know what that means. All I'm saying is I do just fine on my own, not commodifying socials. And personally, I just have no interest in doing that. Just a personal choice. And then let's see, what's her following size? Like 11,000. So, you don't even really get to the influencer level until I think you're 50 plus to 100 plus thousand followers. Don't get me wrong. You can still make money on it, but, there's a certain level where, look, it's like, hey, maybe you're a bartender, you make $50 an hour. I totally get it. Maybe you're an influencer and you make $10,000 a post. And while that might sound like silly money, corporations aren't losing money. Sometimes they do, but for the most part, they're going straight to the source. This is like Web 3.0, okay? So, we're okay with traditional media and being like, oh, I'm going to watch another Geico commercial. Great, fine. Well, when an influencer and a micro-influencer decides to post about why they like their Progressive auto insurance, then, that's... Yeah, sure. The whole world's it's marketing, guys. I think I'm beating a dead horse here. Point is, you can go to my patreon.com/Dave Neal if you want to check that out. I do understand the idea of ethical influencing. I do understand the idea of promoting products that are either sustainable or don't do harm. Like, you don't want to just be promoting a bunch of Juul cigarettes to a bunch of teenagers. Obviously, we need to make sure that we vote with our follow accounts that either aren't grifting, whatever. Again, there's always an exception to the rule where, like I said, not everyone's gonna fit in perfectly with the influencer lifestyle. But right here, I don't know. I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know. I don't know what else there is to say about it other than I just never say never. Never say never. There's ways you can run your business, and so many people, oh my gosh, so many people I know have exploded their business through social media. And while social media is supposed to be, or it was started as a place to connect people, it's connecting a gigantic marketplace as well. So many people buy products because they were endorsed by someone else, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a bad thing if like a mommy blogger is like, oh my gosh, you have got to try this swaddle. This is the best swaddle out there. It's made with linen. Your kid's going to shit on it. It still gets cleaned. This is the swaddle for you. And you go, oh my gosh, I need that swaddle. Give me that swaddle. And then, dang right, I like that swaddle. We have a friend over here named Kim. She's a member of the Patreon. She recommended, after I was getting muscle cramps because of my diet, I cut a little bit of fruit out, and she was recommending electrolytes. So I got the electrolytes. I was like, oh, these electrolytes are pretty good. Then Kim's like, well, you need some real salt. You got to get this salt brand. So I bought the salt brand. I'm like, Kim's my biggest Kim's influencing me, so it goes in different directions. Word of mouth. It's a good thing. So the marketplace of ideas is coinciding with the marketplace of products, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but also you got to remind Cassidy, you get to decide who you follow. You can block people, ignore them. We all can decide what stores we go into. So if Madison Pruitt is selling Bibles on Melrose and you don't want to buy a Bible on Melrose, walk by her flipping store. You know what I mean? Let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be going live on Patreon right now, patreon.com/Dave Neal. We'll see you guys at 7 p.m. East Coast for a pre-episode live stream, and right after the show at 10 p.m. East Coast. Bye, everybody.